Once upon a time, in a small quiet town, there lived a boy named Ethan. He loved fixing old radios and spent hours surrounded by wires, screws, and tools, dreaming that one day, he'd build something extraordinary. One afternoon, Ethan bought an old radio from a flea market. It looked dusty and ordinary, but somehow, different. When he turned it on, instead of static, a strange voice spoke. "Ethan, this is your voice, from the future." Ethan froze. He thought it was a prank. But then, the voice said his full name and revealed secrets only he could know. His dream to become an inventor, his mother's favorite song, and the red bike he crashed last summer. Then the voice said something even more shocking. "In 7 days, a storm will hit your town. You must save the power station, or the whole town will lose everything." Ethan didn't believe it at first, but every night, the radio turned on by itself, repeating the same warning. Finally, on the 7th day, the sky turned dark. Thunder echoed. Rain poured. Ethan grabbed his toolbox, took a deep breath, and ran into the storm, determined to find the power station. Inside the old power building, sparks flew through the air. The circuits were burning, and the lights flickered wildly. Ethan began working fast, connecting wires, fixing circuits, fighting against time and the storm. And then, just as he finished tightening the last bolt, a massive lightning bolt struck nearby. High voltage. For a moment, everything was white. Then silence. When the thunder stopped, the lights slowly came back on. The town was safe. Ethan stood in the rain, exhausted, but smiling. He had done it. At night, when he returned home, the radio spoke one last time. "You changed the future, Ethan. Thank you." Then, silence. The glow faded, and the radio never turned on again. The next morning, Ethan opened the radio to fix it again, but it was completely empty inside. No wires, nothing. He never heard the voice again. But whenever thunder echoed in the sky, Ethan smiled, because he knew, somewhere in another time, he had just saved his future self.